Hi, it's Jess. I have been seeing air fryers everywhere lately. I've been seeing recipes and air fryers on Pinterest, TikTok, and Instagram, and honestly, I have yet to try one. Luckily, one of my good friends is the Deputy Lab Director at the Good Housekeeping Institute Kitchen Appliances Lab. And not only does she test air fryers for a living, but she swears by them. She cooks like every single meal in air fryers, and she's obsessed. So I'm gonna see if she's willing to hop on a call with me and explain why she thinks air fryers are worth the hype and if I should get one. Okay, Nicole, I know you're obsessed with air fryers. You've been trying to get me to buy one forever. Tell me why you love them so much.
My favorite thing about the air fryers is that they cook really, really fast. So I can come home from work and I can just pop something in the air fryer, and while it's going in about like that 10 to 15 minutes, I can cook a side, I can make a salad, and I have dinner in just a few minutes. The texture that you're gonna get is crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. The one flavor you're not gonna get that you would expect from a deep fryer is that oiliness. Like when you bite into, let's say, a chicken wing that's been fried, they usually drip with oil and you could taste it on every little aspect. You're not gonna get that, which just makes me feel that much better about eating a chicken wing, for example, that was made in the air fryer.
I know that you guys test air fryers in the lab all the time. How many have you tested and how do you test them?
We've tested more than 30 different air fryers in the lab. We've tested basket style ones, toaster oven air fryers, air fryer ovens, and even full-size ovens. Jess, I'd love to send you a couple of air fryers so you can try them out for yourself.
Yes! Oh my God, this is going to be the best day of my life.
So I'm gonna have 2 different air fryers sent to you. One of them is gonna be the Dash, and this is a nice, small, compact one that'll fit on anyone's countertop, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. One thing that I really like about it is that it's really intuitive. It has a mechanical dial, so all you have to do is use the dial to set the temperature, set the time, and then you're good to go. And then I'll also send you another one that we tested, and this one is bigger. And what's really neat about this one is that it actually has 2 different baskets built into it, so it's a dual air fryer. And what's really great about that is you do still have the opportunity to use it as a small compact basket, so it fits in your dishwasher really easily. But if you're having guests over, if you're cooking a large meal, you can do both of those things at the same time.
My weeknight meal game is about to be so elevated by air fryers already. These 2 air fryers just got here and I am so excited. Thank you, Nicole. I cannot wait to open them. This is the Dash and this is the Ninja Foodie, and I can't wait to open them and see what's inside. Ugh. This is one big mama. This thing is huge. How do I extract? Please don't break, please don't break, please don't break, please don't break. Oh, I did it. She has arrived. The big reveal. Here, I turn so we can all share in this moment together. That actually is really impressive. This thing is serious. This is like the professional's air fryer. I feel like as a novice, I don't deserve her. So it has all these different settings: air broil, air fry, roast, reheat, dehydrate, bake. Okay, here's the inside of the basket. That's like a good size. I would say that's, oh, I am not good at depth perception. Cool, I'm excited about this. Okay, we're gonna put away the beloved foodie and see what the Dash looks like. Oh, it is really cute. Nicole was right, I am gonna like this guy. I mean, look at you, you little spaceship of adorableness. I love you already. Okay, let's see what the basket looks like. All right, let's see. Whoop. Okay, that would have been more helpful if I removed the sticker first. Okay, round basket. I bet that there's some like pros and cons of having round versus rectangular, so excited to learn those. Okay, now is the fun part where I get to make all of the delicious food in both of these amazing air fryers, and I cannot wait to put them to the test. Let's go. Okay, so we already know that both of these air fryers are awesome because Nicole has vouched for them both, but to see if there are any similarities or differences between the 2, we are gonna put them in a head-to-head battle with the ultimate crowd favorite, amazing mozzarella sticks. And we're gonna start with the Dash. I'm gonna go get the basket and we're gonna figure it out from there. Ooh, I'm interested. How many of these should I put in here? My gut says, / I think Nicole has told me this, don't overcrowd the basket. Leave some space between each mozzarella stick or whatever you're putting in there so that the air can circulate and get everything nice and crispy. Because if you jam everything in, it's just gonna be soggy and take longer to cook, yada yada. 6 mozzarella sticks, I would say comfortably fit in the Dash. So I'm gonna go put it in the fryer and see how it goes. And hopefully I don't burn anything myself, the house. We'll see. For Nicole's suggestion, I'm gonna put this at 400, which is all the way up. And I'm gonna set it for 5 to 8 minutes. Let's put it at 6. How's that sound? 6 minutes. That falls in the 5 to 8 realm. Okay, I can hear it booting up. Oops, sorry, bad angle. What, is that like 6 minutes-ish? I would say. That's about 5 and change. Okay, so it's a little bit less precise. But you know, we're gonna see. I can already hear it booting up. So in 6 minutes, we're gonna check these sticks. My dash cooker is done with my mozzarella sticks. It only took like 7 minutes, which is insane. I can't believe that they're like fully done in 7 minutes. And to me, the craziest thing is like, I didn't have to preheat it. I figured I would have to put it in, like start it up, wait, but like literally I turned the dial, I put it in, and it was cooking. So that was like a big aha moment for me. I mean, you don't have to tell me I'm a professional chef. I already know. Look, there's nothing, like, do I even have to clean it? Oh my God. Do you see all this steam? This is asking for trouble. Oh God, I regret this. It's so good. Okay, Ninja, you have your work cut out for you. These are so crispy, perfectly cooked, and I still cannot get over how fast that was. In an oven, it would take me like 20 minutes to do this. When I make them in the oven, the part that's touching the pan is always a little bit soggy. And these are literally 360 crispy, perfectly cheesy. Like, did you see that cheese pull? That is some grade A mozzarella stick cookage, if you will. Okay, now it's the Ninja's turn to do its thing. And I gave Nicole a call to give me some pointers because I was pretty confused looking at the control panel. But she gave me a crash course and I feel like I'm prepared for this journey with the Ninja Foodie air fryer. So let's go make some more mozzarella sticks. First of all, we're gonna check capacity. So the dash can hold about 6 mozzarella sticks comfortably. Let's see how much one basket on the Foodie can hold. Okay, so for mozzarella sticks, this square shape is obviously a little bit easier because you can just, you know, put them all in. This one can definitely hold more. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably fit, yeah, I would say this one holds about 8 comfortably. Yeah, and you can see that if this were laying flat, we would have more space on all of these mozzarella sticks. So I have the basket. In she goes. Oh, okay. All right, and then 5 to 8 minutes. Uh-oh. Oh, what am I gonna do? We're gonna air fry, of course. Look at all these different functions. Okay, so temperature, we're gonna go up to 400, and then time, we're gonna bring down to that same 6 minutes that we started with on the dash, and then boop. And I can hear it booting up. Okay, so it's been under 5 minutes and my mozzarella sticks are done. My mind is blown. Both were fast, the dash and the Ninja, but the Ninja won in time, and now I'm gonna take them out and see what they taste like. They look super crispy, they look amazing. This basket definitely had space for double the amount of mozzarella sticks I had in there. This is like party time, this thing. Here they are. Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't share these with you. At first poke, technical term, these feel a little bit less crispy. Could be user error on my end, but these feel a little bit less crispy out of the gate because I didn't cook them for quite as long as Nicole suggested. So we'll see. I mean, listen, do they feel bad? No. They're still crispier than they would be coming out of a conventional oven. Okay, yeah. Proper cheese pull. Still really crispy. Still way better than the oven. Still as good as a restaurant. So far I am loving both of these air fryers, but now we're gonna let them each shine in their own right. So for the Ninja, we are going to put those dual baskets to work and we are gonna cook salmon and Brussels sprouts in each. And then for the Dash, we are going to cook one of Nicole's favorites, which is a grilled cheese that I had no idea that you could even cook in an air fryer. So let's test them out. So I have the Brussels sprouts in basket 1 and I have the salmon in basket 2. And because they both cook at 400 degrees, but the Brussels sprouts are supposed to cook for 10 minutes and the salmon is supposed to only cook for 8 minutes, I'm going to try this smart finish mode that allows you to cook, as you can see, 2 different foods, 2 different ways, finish at the same time. I'm gonna hit smart finish. Okay, so smart, this guy is here and here. Air fry. Okay, 400 degrees. I set the temp and the time on basket 1 first. Okay, so this is supposed to be for 10 minutes. So time will be, okay, that doesn't say, oh, it's the air fry. Thank you for asking. Time is gonna be 8 minutes, and temp will be 400. Okay, that seems simple enough, and they're both on air fry. So I'm gonna close, and start. Oh, look at that. So it holds until, it'll change when it gets to 8 minutes, and then they'll count down together and they'll be friends. Excuse me. Is anyone hiring for a chef? Because Nicole should definitely be your pick, but coming in hot, no? I need to try this immediately, hang on. Every time I try to make roasted Brussels sprouts or broccoli in the oven, it gets like soggy before it gets crispy, and these are so crispy and not soggy at all. I'm just so impressed right now, I really am. Okay, let's see. That was so crispy that my dog looked at me from across the room and was like, can I have some? Let me see how the salmon's looking. Literally perfect. Okay, let me try. Sold. This is so good. Like, I mean, oh my God. I'm keeping these forever. I'm sorry. Can't have them back. They're both mine. I'll guard them with my life. Okay, this was literally amazing. I can't believe that I just did this gourmet meal in under 10 minutes. I need like some time to process this, but I'm not gonna give myself any time to process it because I need to try Nicole's favorite grilled cheese in the dash now. So round 2 with the dash. We are at 400 degrees. We will put it in 5 to 6 minutes. Good to go. She is ready, and she is perfect and golden brown and literally picture perfect. So Nicole said that this would take about 5 to 6 minutes, and it took a little closer, like 8 to 10 minutes. It was also a bit hard to flip just because of the design of the basket. Like, it's round, it's hard to get a spatula in there and flip a sandwich anyway, so it's not, you know, for better or worse, just something to keep in mind. All said though, this grilled cheese is like literally perfectly golden brown, and like this, ooh, we love to see it. Nicole said that an air fried grilled cheese is extremely crispy on the outside and then perfectly gooey on the inside, and we're gonna see. That is crunchy. Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's give this a try. Like, look at this beautiful cheese ooze. Oh my God, it looks so good. Okay, this grilled cheese is actually cooked to perfection. Me, personally, I think that I have to stick to the pan for the grilled cheese because I just miss the butter too much. I'm notorious for putting like this much butter in the pan and just like frying my bread 6 ways to Tuesday. But I do appreciate how this is like maintaining the integrity of the grilled cheese. Like, this is a nice tall grilled cheese. I'm also just super impressed and excited to learn that you can even cook a sandwich in an air fryer. Like, I never would have guessed that ever. Okay, so now that I've tried both the Dash and the Ninja, I need to hop on the phone with Nicole and tell her all about my experience. She's gonna be so excited. And I can't wait to learn more about what you can cook and also how much each air fryer is. Nicole, first of all, how are you?
I'm good. How's your air fryers treating you?
I have been cooking with these air fryers all week. I am obsessed. I've been cooking pretty much every meal in them. And I've really been kind of using both of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I don't have one that I even like more than the other. I love them both. It's just totally different use cases.
What'd you think of the grilled cheese?
Okay, it was so good. I was really impressed with how crispy it got. It was like this almost like artisanal grilled cheese panini moment. But I love a grilled cheese just like drowned in butter. It's my thing. It's what I'm known for. Like, half a stick of butter per grilled cheese. That's that. Is there a way to do that in an air fryer?
You could definitely slather the outside of the bread with butter, or even the inside too if you want it to be more decadent. The one reason I recommended mayo instead of butter was different smoke points. So mayo could get to a hotter temperature without burning. So you definitely can do it, and maybe actually slather the inside more so it's not that exposed to the heating elements. But it's doable.
Okay, good to know.
What do you think of the salmon?
Okay, the salmon was amazing and it was ready so fast. Like, you told me to cook it for what, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
It was like fully done. It was amazing. So I love to cook with sauces. Like if something is not drowned in sauce or dipped in sauce or like super flavorful, I don't want it. So can I put sauces on my stuff in the air fryer? Like, can I put like a marinated chicken breast in there? Can I put like a glazed salmon in there?
So you definitely can do saucy things, but the one beauty of an air fryer is things that come out really crispy. And in general, a cooking tip is to pat your food dry, so this way it gets the crispiest.
So is it better to add the sauce after, like a wing situation where you toss it in the sauce when it's already crispy? Okay, so that's what you recommend, is like...
That's definitely it.
Another thing that I really loved about the Dash is its small footprint that could just fit right on my countertop. It was like the size of a coffee maker. Whereas the Ninja is probably like the size of my New York City kitchen, like the entire thing. What do you think? Do you have any shopping tips there, Em?
The footprint is important, but it also ties in directly to how many people are you cooking for and what are you cooking in it. And I'll say, just remember that both Ninja and Dash have different size air fryers depending on how many people you're trying to cook for. So Jess, all this time we kept the prices a secret from you.
Yeah, you guys are sneaky.
How much do you think each air fryer cost?
Okay, Price is Right rules, closest without going over. So the digital dials tend to be more expensive, the manual controls tend to be less expensive. So I'm thinking that the Dash is less expensive than the Ninja. For the Ninja, I'm going to guess it is around, no, not around, I'm gonna guess that it is $199.99.
Well, you're close. It's $179.99, so you actually thought it was a little more expensive than it actually is.
Bang for your buck, but I lost for Price is Right rules. I'm going to guess the Dash is $49.99.
So you were on the nose with the Dash. It is
$49.99. Oh my God, down to the penny?
You're definitely one of our product editors and experts.
That's amazing. Okay, so wait, the Dash was $49.99. That feels like a steal. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. And then the Ninja, you said was MSRP is $179.99?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, also makes a lot of sense for what you're getting. You have 2 air fryers in one, and you can time both of your meals to be ready at the same time, and you have all of these different functions like dehydrate, which I'm going to try this week. Listen, both of those feel like an absolute get for the money. Nicole, thank you so much for teaching me everything about air fryers and for being so patient that I waited this long to try them.
Well, I'm so glad you got to experience them. I'm so glad you have them so you can continue using them and just continue testing for us. We love having people test them in real life scenarios. Thanks for watching. Let us know below what you cook in your air fryer, what your favorite thing is to make, or if you have any questions about recipes, we're here to answer them.